how did you learn that? A lot of people, just a lot of women have a hard time knowing their value.
The truth is, I think a lot of women know their value. I don't know that they're showing it as loudly as they should be, right? Right. So I think the critical piece is, and I've seen this personally on the other side when I'm doing my employee reviews, I find disproportionately, the young, men, the male employers are very happy to say I deserve a raise, without honestly sometimes less support. Then I'll see women who actually deserve a raise, and I'll have to say, hey, do you want to advocate for yourself here in this conversation? I have a quick example of this. Many years ago, we were hiring when I used to be Sean's chief of staff, we were hiring a chef for him. He loved this woman's cooking, but she was a junior chef. She had not been in this capacity before. And I said, we'd like to offer you the job. What would you like? And she was coming from Seattle, and what she proposed was preposterous. So I literally said to her, I was like, I'm not accepting that. Didn't know her except for interview. I'm not accepting that. Go on payscale.com. Go on SHRM. Go Google New York. Go look at New York City rates. I will be here. Call me back at the end of the day, and then tell me what you're asking for. Like, you need to advocate for yourself. And I think we have to it's incumbent upon us, no matter what side of the table you're on, to help teach and actually show in real life how to advocate for yourself. Two things to me that are most important is a level of confidence and a commitment to excellence. As an example, when I worked for Department of Defense, I was 21 years old. I was given a $150 million contract to negotiate. I had very limited experience in it, and my boss was gone most of the time. I was negotiating with people who had literally been in the industry for over 50 years. And they were like, why is she in the room? Get me some coffee. Like, why are you here? So, of course, that's scary. It's scary, right? So for me, and I'm not suggesting like, oh, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but it was important to I had to go around the clock and learn the federal acquisition regulations. It's hard. It's a lot of information. So I think when we talk about helping our junior teammates, one of it comes down to it's going to be harder for you. And everybody has to be okay with that. When you're junior, it's going to be harder for you. It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be fair. So you do need to figure out how you can be committed to it, but then also be confident in what you bring to the table. You have a level of understanding of culture, likely a level of understanding at least of some portion of the demographics of your organization that you bring to the table. So you should be comfortable to come with a level of gravitas when you enter a room and share what your unique lens brings to the table. I think when you are anything different than what is the status quo in your organization, you don't usually have the flexibility and the freedom to fail, maybe once. But as I said in the beginning, not only will you have a disproportionate weighting for that failure, you will likely impact the future next to you, which is a lot of burden. But it is a reality of where we exist, and it doesn't change unless we are also in leadership and we are also in boards, which I don't think changes unless there's real quotas and consequences.